Oh hi. Szombathely, the city in the west of Hungary, the oldest in the country. Administrative center to a medi years. The population minus 77566 people. 2014. Szombathely is located in the West Zduński region, approximately in 220 kilometers to the west from Budapest and in 10 kilometers to the east from border with Austria. Through the city the railroad Budapest-Székesfehérvár, Szombathely, Graz runs. Time and way by train to Budapest about 4 hours. Highways conduct from the city on the south towards Autobahn E-Székesfehérvár, Graz, and on the north towards Sopron and Vienna. Through the city two small rivers, Parent and Hajdúszoboszló flow. The Hungarian name of the city comes from words Szombat, Saturday, and Heli. The place also goes back to the well-known fairs which were held in the city every Saturday. The German name I am mute. Steinemanger is literally translated as stones in the field and belongs, probably, to ruins of the Roman city of Savaria, and is possible, hints at the earthquake of 458 which completely destroyed the city. Latin name of armor. Savaria occurs from Sybaris, the Roman name of the Hajdúszoboszló river. Szombathely, the oldest city of Hungary. It was based by Romans in the 45th year BB under the name of Savaria and was the capital of the province of Pannonia. In the city the imperial residence, baths and an amphitheater were built. Future Emperor Septimius Sever headed to Pannonia and was proclaimed by the emperor in Savaria. The period of government of Constantine the Great, who visited Savaria several times, became time of blossoming of the city. In the city new buildings, theaters and churches were under construction. According to one of versions Saint Martin of Tours. According to other version it happened in Pannonhalma. Exactly here was born. During Valentinian III's government Huns won Pannonia. Savaria was occupied in 445. In 458 Savaria was razed to the ground by a powerful earthquake. In the 5-8 centuries the city, despite everything, remained inhabited. There lived Slavic tribes and Avars. After defeat of the last by Charles the Great passed under the power of Franks, and at the end of the 9th century, under the power of Morav. In the 10th century the former Pannonia was won by Hungarians. In 1009 Istvan I Sviatory included Szombathely in structure of again organized Diorski diocese. In 1242 the city was destroyed by Mongols, however it quickly built up and in 1407 received the status of the Free Royal City. In 1578 Szombathely became the capital of the Comitate. At the time of Ottoman invasion the city was besieged by Turks twice. For the first time in 1664 Turks were forced to recede after defeat which over them was inflicted by the Austrians near St. Gotthard. In 1683 after defeat in the Battle of Vienna Turks at retreat plundered a large number of the cities, however Szombathely and this time saved fortifications. The beginning of the 18th century became for the city the period of disasters. During Ferenc Rákóczi's revolt Szombathely several times was engaged in warring parties. In 1710 more than 2,000 inhabitants died from plague, and in 1716 the fire destroyed the most part of structures of the city. Disasters led to strong reduction of population that caused inflow to Szombathely of new colonists, mainly of Germans. Soon Germans began to make most of the population of the city. In 1772 the gymnasium is constructed. 5 years later Szombathely became the episcopal residence, then entered the period of rapid growth. Here the cathedral, the episcopal palace, a set of new buildings was constructed. In 1809 the city was occupied by Napoleon and was kept by him for 110 days. In Revolution of 1849 Szombathely supported Rizon, however fighting in the neighborhood of the city wasn't conducted. In 1865 the railroad came to the city. In 1885 the structure of the growing city included several neighboring villages. After World War I Hungary lost the most part of the territory, and Szombathely became the border city. During World War II, as well as the majority of the Hungarian cities, Szombathely was exposed to intensive bombings. The city was freed on March 29, 1945 by troops of the 3rd Ukrainian Front. In post-war time the city was industrialized, and a number of the enterprises of the textile, mechanical and food industries constructed. One of the districts of the city of Józsefvárosl is called in honor of the twin city of Józsefvárosl, the capital related to Hungarians of the Mari people. In turn, in Józsefvárosl one of areas carries the name Szombathely. Sites and events: Roman Savaria's ruins, remains of the Temple of Isida, beginning of the 3rd century, an early Christian basilica, 4th century, Cathedral of the city. It is constructed at the end of the 18th century in Baroque style. Palace of the Bishop. The palace in style of Rococo is built in the 18th century after Szombathely became the episcopal residence. City Town Hall. House of the Canon. Street Martin's Church. According to the legend, it is put on the birthplace of Street Martin of Tours. Street Elizabeth's Church. Synagogue. Museum Savaria. Numerous archaeological artifacts of the Roman era are presented. Historical Savaria Festival. City Water Tower. In the city the football club Hajdúszoboszló, the bronze prize winner of the Championship of Hungary 2008/2009 is based. Since 1962 in the city the Seversky Symphonic Orchestra is based. Since 1993 in the city one of pioneers of the Hungarian electronic scene, the Anima sound system project is engaged in creativity. Population: 2013 77547, 2014 77566, 2017 78025, 2021 78324. Also far. Write comments. Read comments. Interesting people will tell interesting stories. All of good mood and good luck.